Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to discuss RAW versus JPEG on the camera on the Mavic 3. Now, this information will be pretty valid for all cameras and drones in the year 2023. By the end of the video, you'll be able to decide what format is best for you and your needs. If you stick to the end of the video, I'll discuss the biggest myth between RAW and JPEG images. Hey, what's up guys? My name's Kris Luckenbach and I'm a photographer, videographer, and Part 107 drone pilot here in Kodiak, Alaska. I like to make YouTube videos showing off my life and information like this one. And there's one more thing. I'm also, hold on, let me just show you. I am also a new dad. Welcome to the world, baby Ella. This is her introduction on YouTube here. So, life's been pretty busy. My dreams are basically to see the world, and now that I have a little one, she gets to see it with me. And I want her to see that it's okay to keep following your dreams as life changes, and I'm gonna bring her with me, and we are going to live a wonderful life together. Hey, Snipe. Hey, big guy. Come here. This is also my dog here. Okay, let's go get her back to sleep. Okay, so whatever format that you want to choose, overall, this Mavic 3 is going to give you stunning quality on your images and video. I'm just amazed that this thing is capable of what it is capable of. Now, let's start off with JPEG. JPEG is just a compressed version, and it does its own algorithm to make your photo look very stunning and crisp. Right out of the camera, you can upload it right away with no issues. It's great for any new drone pilots that don't have any photo editing skills, and it's really just a great way to share your images of your town or your adventures and travels. And I think JPEG is a great option for a lot of people. The trick with JPEG is you want to make sure the exposure looks great in the camera. You want your white balance set. Very hard to edit down your images in a JPEG format. Where RAW comes in, RAW is great for editing your photos. You have a lot more control in your highlights, shadows, full white balance control. And I think that if you know how to use Lightroom, or if you want to learn how to use Lightroom or any other photo editing app, then shoot in RAW, because you can be way more creative with it. Nothing wrong with JPEG, but RAW gives you the ultimate control of your photos. One thing with RAW is you'll want to have a bigger SD card. This is a 400 megabyte SD card, so I could pretty much shoot photos and videos all day without a problem. And going back to JPEG, there's another feature where this SD card comes in handy, and people don't think that JPEGs are used by professionals. Professionals and agencies use JPEGs all the time. If you're at an event and you're photographing something, they might just say, give me the SD card, I want that JPEG, and I want to post it right away. So if you know that your client will be posting a photo within that same day or within an hour or two, you'll want to shoot in RAW and JPEG just for future reference, and so they can have something to post right away. Now with these two photos here, can you tell what is RAW and what is JPEG? One has my edit applied, so it might be a little more obvious for you, but I think the JPEG looks just as great. Now, as promised, let's get to the debunked myth between RAW and JPEG photos. Did you know that JPEG photos aren't actually what the scene looks like? It's not the actual colors of everything. It's not the actual sky. It's not the actual foreground. JPEGs are just a preset algorithm set by the manufacturer of the drone or the camera, which typically applies contrast, saturation, sharpness, and noise reduction to the images. So they are not the real images. People who say they don't edit their images, well, they might not be, but the camera is. They are edited images. Say, well, I shoot RAW and I post RAW. That's the real image. RAW is just a RAW photo with no algorithm, no preset applied, and it is a dulled down version of the image. It's not the actual colors either. It's nearly impossible for any camera to capture the exact highlights, the exact shadows that your eyes are seeing, because at the end of the day, there is no better camera than your eyes themselves. With that being said, I like to shoot RAW, and if I know that I'm going to be handing off the SD card to some clients right away, I'll include JPEGs in there as well, and I'll shoot RAW and JPEG. I'm definitely going to shoot both, but mainly I'm just going to shoot RAW to save memory on the SD card. Even though it's a big SD card, I don't want extra clutter that I don't need on the card. I'm curious to know what you prefer shooting with, RAW or JPEG, or have you learned something and now you want to do both? Did you never consider JPEG? You thought, I don't need JPEG, but now that you know that you might need it one day, would you consider it? Are you new and looking how to edit drone photos in Adobe Lightroom? Well, if you are, consider subscribing to the channel because I will be making a future video on how I edit my raw photos on my Mavic 3 in Adobe Lightroom. If you want a little preview to Lightroom and want to learn how to make a drone panorama without using the panorama on the drone itself, all manual, click this video right up here. With that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you learned something new, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.